So today I wanted to briefly talk about my 5 favorite fragrance notes. So in no particular order, one of my favorite fragrance notes is cypress. Cypress is a really nice woody note, obviously. I grew up around a lot of cypress trees, so it's a very nostalgic note for me. It's got some of the sharpness of cedar, some of the greenery of like pine or other conifers, but it's much more rounded in my opinion. Unfortunately, it tends to be more of a top note, so it doesn't wear for super long. However, I really enjoy it. Next on my list is plum. Plum is a really fantastic fragrance note. It's fruity without being overly sweet or juvenile. It's juicy and sweet and luscious, but it still is sophisticated, and it pairs well with a large variety of other notes. It tends to have a little bit of a deeper side to it. Next on my list is fig. Fig, I also grew up around figs and fig trees. There's the note of the fig fruit that's commonly used in fragrance, and also fig leaf, but I'm specifically talking about the fruit scent itself. It can have a creamy element to it, also something a little bit green and sweet, almost leaning towards like a coconutty vibe. Yeah, so it's like milky, sweet, a little fruity, a little green. So it's got like a nice multifaceted scent profile, and it goes really well with Mediterranean themed scents. Super random interruption to the video. I wanted to thank Commodity for sending this over. They sent along samples of the new Bois, Nectar, and Velvet scents, which I'm super excited to try. I've been seeing them advertised on Instagram, and I was so jealous about not being able to try these anytime soon, and now I have them to try. I'm really excited about this. That's so cool. Thank you so much, Commodity. Okay, back to the actual video. The next note on my list is white tea. White tea is something I've loved for a really long time. I had a really small vial of the white tea oil when I was young, and the fragrance just has stuck with me over time, and it's just a very light and refreshing. I love tea notes all around, all tea notes, but the white tea especially. The unfortunate thing about it is the white tea can get buried easily under other notes. But I like fragrances that really prominently show the white tea off, or just wearing white tea oil on its own. And it lends itself well to light spices. Finally, the last note I'm going to mention today is osmanthus, and oh my god, the plant is also known as tea olive or sweet olive. We have sweet olive trees where I grew up, and I absolutely love them. The fragrance is just permeates the air. It's a beautiful scent, and I think that's why I like the osmanthus scent so much. It's got fruity elements, leathery elements. It's very sweet. It pairs well with sort of milky and creamy scents, and it also pairs well with lighter and fresher scents. It goes really well with tea as well. It can be very sweet and heavy, but it doesn't have to be, depending on what it's paired with and how the fragrance that it's using is formulated. It can also be very refreshing, or it can go spicy. It's used in a lot of more oriental fragrances. It's not super popular in Western fragrances, which is odd to me because I grew up with it, but I don't know. It's a really common tree in Louisiana, so yeah, I just wanted to share with you. Let me know what your favorite fragrance notes are. I'm super curious. Now I do have a lot more fragrance in the favorite fragrance notes than this, some that are really high up on my list, but this is just my top 5. I can't put these in any sort of order, but I can definitely say for sure these are my top 5. Yeah, so if you're new here, please subscribe. It really helps me out a lot, and it means a lot to me. And that is all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.